This video is going to cover the wiring for the main entertainment center and all of the wiring cluster that meets up behind where the entertainment center usually gets put. We'll start off with the pool control because it's the one that you'll probably want first. So this is the connectors that make it so that you can control the pool and the spa from an app that you can put on your phone. The way that you have to plug this thing in is via Ethernet. It's not a Wi-Fi enabled switch. So you have to take this cord here and plug it into the router. And that's really the only thing that's necessary. This is your wireless link that will take, when you're using your phone, it's the thing that makes it talk to everything. And you'll see on the bottom of this that there is also an Ethernet jack. And that's an important thing to make sure you use as well. So plug those items in, load the app. I will give you the password separately, and then you'll have full control of the spa without having to go out and touch all those panels. Next, let's go back to the wiring panel. If you're going to be using cable TV, it'll come in off of this jack. When you get Verizon or whoever's going to give it to you to come in, they may replace that, but that's the main one that feeds all the other rooms in the house. Over on this, you can see this plug adapter is that's where the pool interface gets plugged in. This is all for the speakers that reach around the house. Every one of them is labeled, telling you which jack they go to, and they're pretty straightforward to figure out how you get to them. They are just straight speaker connections, so they're unamplified. So they're basically a line power, whatever gets sent out to the speakers from the amplifier that you're going to put on it. If I go up a little bit higher on the wall, this is a TV mount. It'll hold up to a 50-inch TV. 50 is about as big as you're going to be able to get in the frame here. And to put this on, there's the screws here that are the standard screws, so they should work for you. Just take that off the wall by pulling on the connector piece here. It releases a spring, and then you can take it off the wall. Screw this into the back of your TV, and then take the TV, mount it, slide it on top first. It'll sit on this rail, and then it'll clip in place. Just make sure that it is actually clipped in on the bottom, and you do that by just using these connector pieces, as I was pointing out. Okay, so where are the speaker jacks that run from there? As you go up in the ceiling, you'll notice directly in front of the entertainment center, if you go up, there's a opening there. That's where you would mount your center channel. You come over to the right side by the vent. That's where your front speaker right side would go. There's another opening on the other side here, and that is where your left front will go. As we move back into the room, you'll see rear. On the other side is another rear if you want it. And the other wiring that you'll notice too is out in the lanai. There are two speakers that are already mounted up there. I have them covered with plastic bags to protect them from the weather. But if you're going to use them, you can just take those down. If you're going to be using them regularly, then you can leave them uncovered. If there is going to be a storm that's going to blow through, I'd recommend you cover them again. But it's not super critical unless it's going to be a really bad storm. Okay, so they are accessible from the blue wires that are down over there. The only other wire that I've got in the house that's pre-wired for what I think is common use is inside the pantry. You'll notice there's a large spool of wire that goes up, and it goes on top of the cabinets. One piece of it is terminated right up over there. The other piece is terminated on the other side of the cabinets up at the top. I have used this before to set speakers aiming back into the dining room area so that you could have nice music coming in from the stereo as well into this room and the rest of the house. And I place the speakers up on top of that pass-through breezeway area on the ceiling there. If you don't want to use that, then that's fine. You can just leave the wires where they are. They are stapled in place, so please don't tear it out. If you are going to use it and you're going to connect the other end of this large spool of wire. Run it down this wall, down, 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 down. You'll see a hole down at the bottom there. You can run them out. We'll come out right over here. I'll back up so you can see the wall I'm looking at. So it's on the side of the pantry. And if you're going to set your entertainment center there, you can certainly do that, and then you can just hook those in right away. If not, the spool is long enough to run along the base, and then you can get and put it up into your receiver or whatever you're going to put over here. So that's the purpose of that spool of wire, and that's a walkthrough on what the rest of the wiring in this whole closet looks like.